Marauders are the only enemy type in the game I have a real issue with. That issue being that they don't feel like Doom enemies. They're counter to how the game has trained you to fight every single enemy so far, requiring you to keep them at a certain distance in order to trigger a very briefly telegraphed attack which you can counter. Most of your weapons and weapon mods are completely useless against them, even weapons like the chainsaw and BFG, leaving only the super shotgun and ballista as the weapons that deal enough damage and attack quickly enough to deal with them. And trying to fight one while other demons are attacking you makes for a frustration-inducing headache, since Marauders take all of your attention to counter, while with other enemies you can use twitch reflexes to deal with multiple types at once.
The Marauder isn't a fun enemy to fight. This guy with a shield which can only be targeted at mid-range and is immune to weapons like the BFG or insta-kill sword, you know, the weapons you'd ideally want to save for powerhouses like this, rather than use on mooks. But anyways, the Marauder instantly shields itself upon incoming damage, except for right before its attack as its eyes glow green. In theory, this idea works well, especially during a mid-campaign boss battle which uses the same mechanic to great effect. In practice, however, every Marauder encounter is filled with backstepping, trying to maintain mid-range, and waiting for him to stop using attacks he can't be shot during, and instead use the one attack during which he can be hurt. He can go for long stretches without giving you a window to attack, and it's seemingly random when he'll finally decide to be vulnerable. I don't understand why people praise this enemy. He's dropped in alongside waves of normal foes which rush you and interrupt your otherwise focused fight. The gameplay slows to a crawl every time the Marauder shows up. I found the famed super shotgun to be the most effective tool to deal with this foe, despite the new grappling hook to pull yourself towards enemies not serving much function here.
And yes, I know, I've seen some of these speedrunner videos where they found these other ways to fight the Marauder. The Marauder is the ultimate example of like anti-player choice. I despise him. God, for anyone who's played this game, you know the pain of the Marauder. The fact that the best way to fight him is to stand completely still and let you run to him, and then when he flashes green, you shoot him. I mean, he's essentially a Dark Souls enemy stuck in a FPS. It doesn't make any sense, and it just doesn't feel satisfying at all. Even though I eventually got pretty good at killing him, it took me so many attempts to like play against the way that the game teaches you to play just to fight this one specific enemy.
What'd you say?
Only the super shotgun and ballistic.
Say again?
Only the super shotgun and ballistic.